Well, I can throw that sucker away. Well, whenever they have something like this, they always have to put somebody in charge. And since we were celebrating Dick and Judy's mom and dad's 50th wedding anniversary, I'm the oldest at 51.
He never learned to figure. Stay out of the jigsaw.
I think you didn't learn how to figure. Now we're here today to honor what the hell's her name? Mom and Dad. And what we'd like to do is going to, as you well know by now, we're going to be very informal, very short. But what I'd like to do at this point, I'm going to give you some time to think about it, but when we come close to the end of the program, come around anything that you can relate, that you think we might appreciate or enjoy hearing, please feel free to chime in or chip in. I know you did some of this at the reunion. We weren't there, but there also were a lot of other people that weren't there. So please feel free as we go around. We'll do that along towards the end of the program. A couple of three things we did. We put together a booklet for the folks. It's pretty complete. We'd like to give it to you at this time. Now don't start reading or look, just hang on. Give you an idea of what we tried to do with this is that we have, first of all, pictures of your grandparents and your parents, which would be our grandparents, Nelson Cole and Webb Cole and Granny Johnson, and grandparents Cariffs, Mike and Mary. Then we went from there into the courtship and marriage. And I was going to introduce Aunt Millie and David at this point, but that's already been done. We'll do it again. Where the hell are they?
Your thoughtful mother. She's always doing things right.
Then we'll have some pictures of your young family, that being my sister and myself, love and marriage and baby carriage at this point. We have some pictures in there of Karen and Suzanne and your grandkids. The later portion of the book deals with cards and letters of people that were unable to be here today, but sent their thoughts with you. And one of them... one of them in particular I thought you'd like to have read. Karen, you have yours. You want
I don't, but I'll get it.
Well, I'll go ahead and sign while you try to...
Sure.
This is from Aunt Mary, and I'll try to get through this for you. In regard to your letter about my relationship to Dick and Julia, I would like to say a few words. I'm Julia's sister Mary, who is 12 years older than she. I've known her all of her life of almost 70 years. I remember when she was born and how happy and proud my father was because she was a baby girl. The children born following me were boys named Mike, Johnny, John, Joe, and then along came Julia. I remember her birthday was August the 30th, 1915, and she was born in Hamilton, Iowa. I can't recall too much of her early life because at the time she became a teenager, I was married. Julia always helped me with my children when I needed help. Later she got a job at the shoe factory, and she stayed with us. Each morning she would walk across the timber to the Adams bicycle and rode to work with them. As for my brother-in-law, she doesn't know your name. Oh, Dick, I'm sorry. He was born on March the 3rd, 1912. He was born southeast of Kirksville on what we know as the Old Hall Stokely place. Later, Dick and his parents were our neighbors to the south. Dick would come over with his 410 kill squirrels. Somewhere along the way, the kids got acquainted and later got married. So that's courtship, huh? Your grandkids now know that you courted with the 410. These folks were always so nice to us, and they were about the first neighbors we got acquainted with, and they treated us as if we were their children. Karen, if you can use this information, fine. If not, okay too. Sorry, but no pictures. Love, Aunt Mary.
See how well I can do without my reading glasses.
You'll borrow mine.
Over here.
Yeah, might be. This one is from Donald and Mary May, and so I'll just read to you. Dear Uncle Dick and Aunt Julia, we have many kinds of memories, some big ones and some small, and in sharing this golden anniversary will be special memories for all. Aunt Julia, I remember always enjoying listening to you sing when you stayed at our house, and the fun it was to ride in the folks' Model T car over the hills from town, and the songs. I remember your wedding day, tagging, is that right? Tagging upstairs at Grandmother Carrick's, and a doll was under the covers in the bed. She just left a big blank after that. I remember visiting you in Kirksville when Cecil was a baby and in Iowa City, and we came to visit at least once a year. It was a long trip, and I'd get to stay and play with Cecil and Karen. She remembers the Vita Pose and the Purvises.
Incidentally, the Purvises are here, and we've known them 47 years.
Right. Uncle Dick, one time you gave me a ukulele, and on it my name was engraved, and it hangs in our home today. Also, thanks for the use of the big black bike. I learned to ride, and for the many miles I got to travel on it. What happened to the bike? Thank you both for the many kinds of memories before and since the summer of 1946, when Donald came to visit me at your farm home near Plevna, like the picnic west of Novelty in the timber, the many dances and visits while you lived in the Plevna area, our trips to Independence and Kansas City area, and our visits to South Missouri, and you're asking us to be a part of this special day. Love always, Donald and Mary May.
Thank you, Mary May.
Okay, the next thing I was going to do, but I tell you, you get in trouble when you do this, so I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to say that there were a lot of beautiful people helped put this thing together today, one of which Mary May has already been acknowledged. There were others, and as I said, I'm just going to say thanks to all of you, because it has been a great day. And I'll forget somebody, so I won't forget anybody if I don't mention anything. Okay, what we'd like to do now, there's a couple, three little things we'd like to present to you. One did not get here, but we called the White House. And Ronnie and Nancy could not get here because he put his vacation before your anniversary. But you will be receiving a letter sometime within the next week or two from the President of the United States. Okay? And that's no bull. The other thing, one other thing we'd like to present to you, we've gone together and gotten you, when you get ready to buy a gift for someone, you never know what to do. So we came up with this idea. Suzanne's mother gave us this idea, so Jolie, would you present? Jolie had a speech all made out, but she's had laryngitis, tonsillitis, Rolanitis, for about 4 days.
I gotta tell you this, when they came last night, or yesterday, when I came in yesterday and they were there, and someone said, oh, don't kiss her, she's got a sore throat. And I said, that's all right, I'll kiss her foot. Didn't I, Joe?
We'd like for you to open that at this time, if you would, please. Karen, you want to get the...
All that, yeah. Duties, isn't it? Did you get that on film?
I noticed she didn't reach for that.
Oh, you should pass that around.
Yeah.
Casey, what'd you say, honey?
Pass it around.
Pass it around.
Oh, I will, yeah.
I
Believe something.
Who made that, Derek?
But don't keep it. And thank you for your thoughtfulness.
But they did it.
Now, before we go around the room and have some fun, we'd like to have a toast, Mom and Dad. And you sit down, you try to write all these things, and there are a hell of a lot smarter people in this world than I am, so I stole something which I like, and I hope you do too.
I almost said Al, she'll break it.
I know it. Alice, when we toast, don't tip the bottom. It's an old Irish pledge, and it goes something like this. May the roads rise with you, and the winds always be at your back, and may the Lord hold you in the hollow of his hand. We had something else, but this is the criest damn family I can never understand why this family just stand and look at each other and start crying. But I don't now. And we have something special in the book for you that we'd like for you to read at your leisure. We couldn't read it. Now, let's lighten things up here a little bit. Let's start over here. Anybody got anything that they want to tell on the talk about?